Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Texas Lottery $5 $20 million cash spectacular. And this is part of the December 2023 series of tickets coming out in Texas. And yeah, it just came out a couple of days ago. So getting caught up on the videos here. Now, this is a number match game, and there are three symbols you can find. There is a money bag for double your prize, and then there are these $50 and $100 bills that you can find for the corresponding prizes there. Now, on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the Texas Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 4.10, and it looks like you can win anywhere from $5 up to $100,000. Now, looking at the prize structure, nothing too crazy stands out. I will mention again, like I do in every video, just the cheapo top prize that the Texas Lottery puts on these $5 games. I don't think the top prize is worth the $5 wager, especially at odds of 1 in 1.1 million. So, and actually, it's not even $100,000 because we got taxes in Texas for any prize over $5,000. They're automatically going to take out 24% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of a game. So that's going to affect how I view the top prize. So I'm not going to view it as $100,000. I'm going to view it as $76,000. So, I would say no thanks to a $5 wager for $76,000 at 1 in 1.1 million odds. To me, it just doesn't make sense to do that. Now, with the adjusted prize amount here at the top, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 67 and 68%. So this is below the minimum 70% that we look for all tickets. There is no reason ever for a state to put out a scratch ticket below 70% payout because states can make plenty of money in that 70% range. So for Texas to put out a $5 ticket at less than 70% payout is really just a slap in the face to its customers. Texas does not respect its customers or value them at all. Texas is keeping way more money than they need to. And yeah, I mean, the only way this is going to change is if people stop buying these. And they are junk tickets. All $5 tickets in Texas are junk tickets. Now, the other thing I will mention about this 67% payout is that it does include all of the top prizes and all of the upper mid-tier prizes, which very few people are going to be winning, which means not many people are even going to see a 67% payout on this game. So what we want to know is what's the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be hitting those top prizes. And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes and recalculate and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens at the $100 prize here right in the middle of the prize structure. So, if you are playing this ticket for some reason, when you do win on it, you would expect to see between $5 and $100 as your prize. And there at the $100 prize level, the split is about 45-55. So less than half, 45% of these $100 prizes are going to fall here in the bottom 99% of prizes and be available for average folks. The other 55% of these are going to be included here in the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really, really tough to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and it's about 1 in every 410 tickets that would have a top 1% prize on it. So you're in over $2,000 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that is important to note as you're playing this game. So because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it out from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, which is where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And so when we do that, we find out that the value of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 58 and 59%. And so, yeah, again, this is below the 60% minimum that we look for bottom 99% payout. And, once we get down here in this 50% range, the average person is just losing their money so fast that, in my opinion, it's not fun to play when you're in a situation like that where you're losing your money so fast. So, if you're not having fun playing and you're losing money left and right, I mean, what's the point of playing the game? And to me, there is zero reason to play this particular game. So, yeah, multiple reasons not to play it. Now, here on this page, we're tracking the increases and decreases in Texas $5 tickets. And this cash spectacular data point is all the way over here on the right. And you can see that we did get a dip in value from the Super Lotteria ticket. So yeah, of the three $5 tickets that came out in December, the Lotteria ticket was the best one. And, it's been kind of striking. Texas comes out with more $5 tickets than any other state by far. And, I don't know if you've ever wondered why Texas comes out with so many $5 tickets. And the reason is because they are just scamming their customers. I mean, it's highway robbery what they're doing to their customers at this $5 level. We all know that $5 is a convenient price point for scratch tickets. You can go in, you can buy a ticket or two, and not have to pay too much for it. Texas knows that it's a convenient price point, and that Texas has decided to rip customers off like crazy on these tickets. The value of the $5 tickets in Texas is nowhere near where it should be. We're going to see that when we compare across states. But I mean, the profit that Texas is making on these $5 tickets is just astronomical. That's why they come out with so many $5 tickets, because they are comfortable and have decided that they are going to rip their customers off at this price point. And so my advice is stop buying them immediately. Write the Texas Lottery, let them know that you don't like being scammed and ripped off. And maybe you'll get some better values on your $5 tickets. Now, if you are playing $5 tickets for whatever reason, I don't recommend. Notice that none of these ticket values even reach the 68% payout mark. All of these are way below 70%, which is the minimum that we look for. So all of these are just absolute trash. Now, again, if you are playing $5 tickets in Texas for some reason, in green, you see the best ticket in every category. So if you're playing for overall value, the cash payout ticket has the highest value we've seen. Actually, there was the quick 500s, but it's not available any longer, I don't think. But the highest current value is cash payout, but again, it's way below the minimum 70%. Can't recommend it. If you're playing for odds, 777 multiplier and Ruby Mine 9X have the best odds. However, payout is super low. Can't recommend it. If you're a more conservative player and you want to lose as little money as possible, Super Cash Word is over the 60% mark, so that is good. However, the overall value is trash. Can't recommend it. And then if you are a high roller and you want to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, the Holiday 777 ticket will be the one you would want to play. However, the overall value is trash. Can't recommend it. So even though these are in green, all of these tickets are just horrible tickets. And then over here on the right, we are keeping track of top prizes. The one thing that stands out to me is that according to the Texas Lottery, this bingo times 20 ticket has been out since September, and we have not seen a top prize hit yet on it. So that is of interest to me. Now here on this page, we are ranking Texas $5 tickets based on overall payout. 67%, that most of the tickets are 67%. Cash Spectacular is in 14th place overall, so towards the bottom half of the prize structure for sure. So even in this horrible lineup of tickets, this is a pretty bad ticket compared to the other horrible tickets in Texas. So definitely stay away from it. Here we are ranking based on the bottom 99% payout. Cash Spectacular does a little bit better on this list with 58% back to the average person, bottom 99%, but still not a good ticket. Can't recommend any of these. Now here on this page, this is where we get to compare across states. 67.59, not high enough to even make the top 35 list, and So yeah, I mean, this list is, it really does do a good job of showing just how bad Texas $5 tickets are. The only state that we're looking at on our channel that Texas regularly beats New York in this category. Florida, California regularly have higher values. Georgia has a lot higher values, and Massachusetts is really the only state that has $5 ticket values where they should be. And so we're going to take a look at the top of the list here, and we can see that Massachusetts regularly puts out $5 tickets at 76% value. Um, that is, what is that? 67%. So that's 9 percentage points more than what Texas is doing. And so we have to ask the question, if Massachusetts can regularly put out $5 tickets at 76% value, why is Texas putting out $5 tickets at 67% value? That 9 percentage points, that is a huge amount of money when you consider how much money goes into making just one of these games. So one scratch game could easily have 10 million tickets that make it up. Multiply that 10 million by the $5 price tag. That's $50 million just for one scratch game. 9% of 50 million is $4.5 million that the Massachusetts lottery respects its customers enough to give over to the customers who are buying these tickets, that the Texas lottery scams off of its customers. They're keeping way more money than they have to. And when you ask why they're doing that, there is no good answer. It definitely has to do with how poorly they view their customers, and just that they have decided they're going to rip you off. And so that's what they do now. So my advice is, don't buy Texas $5 tickets. If you really love $5 tickets, find a scratcher from Massachusetts on social media that you like and go in on some books of $5 tickets with the Massachusetts scratchers. Now here on this page, we are comparing across states for the bottom 99%. Bottom 99% value. Cash Spectacular does make this list, so 27th place overall, but still 58% is a rough number for the average player. We want to see these numbers at 60% and above, so we really need to be on the left-hand side of this list for it to be a decent ticket for the average folks. Now here on this page, these are some screenshots that I took from my master list of tickets that I keep, of tickets that I review on the channel. This just provides a little bit more context for how bad Texas $5 tickets are. You have the best $3 ticket came out of Georgia, 71% payout. That's 4 percentage points better than what the more expensive $5 ticket is worth in Texas. We had a $2 ticket come out of Georgia this month at 74% payout. That's about 7 percentage points more than the more expensive $5 ticket out of Texas. And then we've got $1 ticket, the lowly $1 ticket from Massachusetts, 69% value, over 2 percentage points more than what the Texas $5 ticket is offering. So, Texas ought to be humiliated and embarrassed. This is completely backwards from what it should be. A more expensive ticket should always be worth more than a cheaper ticket, and Texas ought to be embarrassed of what they're doing. Now here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets that we've seen on the channel so far. We do have a couple of $5 tickets on this list, so there are a few from Massachusetts that make it, so it is possible for $5 tickets to make this list. We just need Texas to to do what's right, treat its customers better, and maybe they'll have a ticket on this list one day. Now here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets for the bottom 99% payout. So these are the friendliest tickets to the average folks out there. And we do have a couple of $5 tickets on this list as well. So again, it is possible if only Texas could get its act together. But that's about it for the Texas Lottery $5 $20 million cash spectacular. This is definitely not a spectacular ticket. It's a spectacular failure of a ticket. It's a spectacular ripoff. Texas Lottery should be ashamed of the tickets that it's putting out right now, at least in the $5 category. So, don't fall for it. Don't get ripped off by your state. My advice is put your money somewhere else. Don't give it to the Texas Lottery because they are mistreating you and scamming you. You deserve better. So anyways, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.